St. Joseph's College for Women, Autonomous Vishakhapatnam, Department of English, welcomes you to the online course on Professional Communication in Practice. Module 7, Research and Academic Communication. Facilitated by Dr. T. Bhaskar Sudha, Head Department of English, St. Joseph's College for Women, Autonomous Vishakhapatnam. Topic 3 under Module 7, Effective Communication for Presentation and Conferences. By the end of this topic, learners will be able to understand the importance of effective communication in academic and professional presentation, identify key verbal and non-verbal communication techniques, learn strategies for engaging conferences and conference audience, handling questions and discussions confidently, design impactful presentation slides. Let us now know what is effective communication. The ability to convey ideas clearly, confidently, and appropriately to an audience. So what is the importance of communication in presentations and conferences? Communicates research effectively, builds academic professional credibility, engages audience attention, enhances networking opportunities. For example, a researcher presenting findings clearly at a seminar gains recognition and feedback. So the way you prepare your research paper to present it before a seminar or a conference where you have your research findings are perfect, how you present it, it matters how you gain the confidence of the audience. Now, what are the different types of communications to be used in presentations? It may be verbal communication, non-verbal, visual, and written. Verbal is through speech, you convey your information. Non-verbal is through gestures. Visual is you show the slides using your PPT presentations. And written communication is you priorly give the handouts of your research to the audience for their study. Now, verbal communication skills. Now, how you improve or how you present your research paper in a conference. First, you should have a clear pronunciation and articulation. Then, appropriate vocabulary should be used when you are presenting the paper. Formal academic language, use highly formal language. Then, avoid filters like like, right? So, where you don't stammer your words. Then proper pace and clarity. So these are the four ways in which verbal communication can be enhanced during presentations. Then non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication is eye contact, facial expressions, gestures, postures, and movements on the stage. How you move about while presenting, how you maintain the eye contact with the audience, how you show your body language, your gestures, all this matters during the presentation through non-verbal communication. Now, why is it important? Non-verbal clues build confidence and audience connections. For example, maintaining eye contact with the audience shows a confidence and engagement. Now, let us see the voice modulation and tone. Firstly, the volume control should be there. Then pause and emphasize whichever point you want the audience to know, emphasize that point repeatedly. Pitch variation should be there in your voice, and avoid monotony, continuously repeating the same point again. Please avoid it, so that will cause a little disturbance in the audience. For example, pause after important points to allow the audience to understand. Now, structuring a presentation. First, the introduction. Greet audience, introduce the topic, state the objectives. This is the first part during presentation. First, you introduce the topic, give them what the topic is about, the objectives of the topic. That would be the first part. Second is the body, the content, key arguments, data, and examples. Then the third is the conclusion, summary, suggestions, and thanking the audience. So this is the three ways in which you structure your presentation in a conference. For example, start with a question or a quote to attract the attention of the audience. Now, use of visual aids. You can use PowerPoint aid slides or PowerPoint presentations, charts and graphs, images and diagrams, and videos if needed. So, and uh, and let me give you a little guidelines of how to use these PPTs or presentations in conferences. Use bullet points. Avoid too much text. Use readable fonts. Maintain consistency. This is how you have to present. You have to prepare your PPT for your presentation. Don't use so much of text involved, like paras and paras incorporating in the slide. Put it in small bullet points. It's easy for you to refer it to make the audience also see clearly. And use a very readable fonts, like not small font. Most preferably is Times New Roman with 12 or 14 font, which is easy for the audience to read on the slide. So that will help for a better enhancement of visual aids. Next is the audience engagement technique. This is every presenter in a conference should keep in mind that you ask questions, use examples and stories, maintain eye contact, encourage discussions, use simple language. So these are the ways you can engage the audience during your presentation. For example, have you ever faced this issue in your classroom? So ask the topic which you are presenting, make it lively and ask a question whether they have experienced such type of instance. So that will make the audience engage in what you are saying. Then conference presentation skills. Follow time limit. This is utmost important when you're presenting your paper or your writing in a conference. You should follow the time. There'll be a time bond of 5 to 10 minutes. So within that stipulated time, you have to complete your paper presentation. Be concise and clear. Focus on key findings. Use formal tone. Acknowledge the sources. For example, presenting a research paper within 10 minutes at a seminar is the ideal time for any presenter. After you have presented your paper, the next comes the handling questions and feedback. This is the utmost important part of a presentation because you will be knowing the feedback from the audience that will help you to enrich your knowledge. Listen carefully, stay calm and confident, answer clearly and briefly, accept suggestions positively. For example, thank you for your question. According to my research, so that is how you have to answer a question. You have to start in a very formal way, saying according to my research. So you put your point first to argue your point, and then make the audience understand what you're trying to say. So that will run in a smooth way. So the QA session is very important in presentations. Now let's see the common mistakes to avoid during presentation. Reading directly from the slides, lack of preparation, too much text, poor time management, low voice or no eye contact. Try avoiding these mistakes during presentation, which will help you to enhance your skills better. Then what are the tips for effective presentation? First is the practice before presenting. This is utmost important for any presenter. When they're presenting the paper during a conference, you have to practice well in advance. Know your audience, know to whom you're addressing, prepare notes, use simple language, maintain confidence. The golden rule for effective presentation is communicate to express, not to impress. You have to communicate to express your ideas. You're not impressing the audience, not asking them for a favor. Whatever you have done as a researcher, and what you're presenting in a conference, you have to express your ideas in a better way. So that is the golden rule to be followed for effective presentation. To conclude this topic, effective communication is essential for successful presentation and conferences. It enhances clarity, confidence, and professional impact. Remember, clear message plus confident delivery is equal to success presentation. Thank you. See you in the next topic.